What's up, guys? Welcome back for another EVE Online solo Omega video. This is episode 18. I can't believe we're already on like 18 episodes of this. But I'm just gonna kind of chill in this episode and kind of get a little bit of feedback from you guys in terms of you know, the content we've already covered and maybe the content that you would like to see in the future. I know we've covered a lot of like ratting and some mining and probably more exploration than really anything else for the most part. But and like obviously like I'm running super high SP stuff like golems and Tengus and covert op ships and things like that. So I guess one of my big questions for you guys who are kind of watching the series as regulars, do you find it more interesting actually to like see the I guess the income that comes from like massive ratting and like the loot that comes out of data relic sites or the loot that comes out of like combat sigs, or is it more or less just you want to see more of like middle of the road kind of ships and stuff like that? So maybe not like Tengus, maybe not like golems, but maybe more things like I don't know, maybe some Gila stuff or like some ships that are a little bit more entry level. I'm really trying to like kind of get a bead on what would be more interesting and kind of helpful to showcase and to kind of demonstrate here in nullsec, and also just like if you guys have any suggestions too, like I have no problem bringing out some starter ships and even some like middle of the road kind of ships and kind of running those through the paces and kind of giving more of an idea of income that you can get from them. Obviously, what I hoped is with the like the Tengu and like the golem and all the stuff I do with those ships is kind of like inspire you to kind of like work towards something. If that's if Tech 3 cruisers is something that you've got your mind set on, or if Marauders is something that you're interested in. But I guess more or less, I think if I would love to actually do just some like cheaper, some more like entry level type stuff, because I'm really I come from like an RPG background as far as gaming goes. So grinding for me is actually one of my biggest enjoyments. I know for like a series like this, showing a lot of kind of the same thing is extremely repetitive. I know some people might enjoy it. I know as far as like in video form, it might be a little, like I said, repetitive. But a lot of what I do in Null is actually pretty repetitive. I mean, I'll give you kind of an example here. The corp wallet here, we're seeing at 5.5 for the month. We started this at 0. We're not really at the beginning of the month. We kind of started this at the 4th or the 5th, I think. And this is kind of just a testament to we've done like one export, I think, which was only like 500, maybe 600 mil. But most of the time what I'm doing in nullsec is just like rally points, ports. I'm just spamming this stuff, right? Like, because I'm really into like the whole bounty thing where it's just straight to ISK to wallet. It makes it a lot easier not doing exports, but also like doing combat sigs or combat sites and getting some of that loot to export is nifty as well, but kind of few and far between on that for the most part. I like consistency. I think that's why I kind of gravitated towards like mining in the beginning, just because it allowed me to go out in high sec and just kind of get on the belt and do things on a daily like kind of routine. And I kind of took that same mentality coming into Null. And although I did do like mining pretty extensively, in Null when I first got out here, once I kind of got tired of doing that, I've kind of just, been getting into ratting more so than anything else. I want this to be like a long running series and everything, but I also want to keep it interesting for the most part. I know we've covered like for the channel in just general, we've covered a lot of like just combat sites and things like that. So I'm hoping that we can kind of branch off a little bit more. I'm still kind of want to do some abyssals out here in Null. I think that would be some interesting content as well once I settle on kind of a ship that I want to do. But like, yeah, let me know in the comments. Like I'm really open to feedback, right? I really like hearing from you guys on like what you might want to see or what you want to see tested as far as ships. I spent probably, I want to say 4 months out of this year, just training level 4 skills on my main for like weapons and ships. So I have quite a bit of range I think probably the one faction I use ships the least for is probably Amar. Mostly because their ships kind of look like bugs. But I think in the very beginning when I first started playing, when I was looking at like Force Recon ships, I was really interested in like the Pilgrim. But since I went like kind of the Caldari route with like missiles and everything like that, obviously I'll use like a Falcon and stuff like that. But like, you know, it'd be actually interesting to get like suggestions on like ships that I probably wouldn't, you know, probably pick, you know, out of a hat or something like that. But to give me some like randomness and things like that. And I mean, I've got all these like weapon systems trained and everything too, and it'd be kind of nice to like, you know, try out different stuff. But I'm really kind of wanting this series to be kind of you know, viewer driven. And so if there's like stuff that you guys want to see and everything like that, I'm out here today. Not a whole lot's going on. We haven't had any SIGs in my home system in quite a few days, which is kind of weird. Obviously, the other two systems that I kind of, you know, patrol, I guess you could say, they've had SIGs, but I've just been kind of lazy the past few days as far as like wanting to gate anything. So I've really just been like taking this Tengu out and just burning these assault missiles out on some like rally points and stuff, which is pretty chill. I mean, I don't mind, you know, doing that. It is repetitive. I'm telling you, like rally points, ports, they might be like 6 to 10 mil a pop. I mean, I can do them pretty quick, but there are just days where I just don't feel like taking the Golem out to like a Sanctum or a Haven. And I'm really gotten a kind of way from doing like Havens and Sanctums with the Golem. The Golem is essentially for combat sites that, you know, can offer me some pocket protection, but the Tengu is just still kind of by far my daily driver as far as doing things like ports and rally points. And I think that if I ever like start exploring more of wormhole space, which is something I want to try to get into as well, I'm probably going to be taking the Tengu as well, and to do some of those data relic sites there, which do require you to have some sort of weaponry system to take down some of those sleeper agents and things like that. I used to do it in Drake a lot, like a passive, I guess like a passive tank, passive shield tank Drake. I think I've got a video on it on the channel. I might break that fit out again too, because that's actually a really interesting like wormhole fit. I used to do blue loot farming with that thing, but yeah, I mean, I just want to kind of touch base with you guys on this episode and kind of just kind of get a feel for like what you guys want to see and all that good stuff. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna try to do quite a bit of spamming for probably anomalies. We're probably gonna do like an hour episode for episode 19 and just kind of give a real perspective on like what it looks like to kind of like just grind out, like just go warp 2, warp 2, warp 2, back to back, you know, rally points and everything like that. And see, I think I want to set myself a goal. I want to see if I can do like 100 mil. I want to see how fast I can do 100 mil actually. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And we'll figure out a way to track that without literally disrupting the Corp wallet thing that we're doing for December. But yeah, let me know in the comments definitely what you guys want to see, and I'm really open to suggestions like I said. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.